Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm a creative transformation guide, and today let's work with fear. So before we get started, you'll need a few things, mainly a piece of paper, and it doesn't have to be special. I'm using packing paper, and then magic markers or some colored pencils, paint, whatever you want to use. We're just basically going to just be moving energy from our body out onto a piece of paper. So even if you just have just a pen that you would normally just write with, that is fine too. So just pause right here if you need to go collect that stuff. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to get comfortable. So if you're seating or if you're sitting on a chair, that's great. Even if you're standing, that's okay too. But basically we want to make contact and have our feet on the floor so that we can sort of ground and feel ourselves being held by the earth, by our chair, by our feet. And we're going to just take a few breaths, close our eyes if that feels comfortable and safe for you. And then we're going to really just feel the connection that's happening between our feet and the ground. We're going to really get curious about that grounded feeling. And we're just going to sit with this for a couple seconds. We're going to let that chatter, that mind chatter, start to just float away a little bit, become more of a background situation. And another deep breath. And we're going to check in and see where we're holding fear. So let's check in with our body. Where are you holding fear right now? This might be kind of a weird question. You may never have asked it of yourself before, but we do hold various feelings in our body. Our bodies do keep the score, so to speak. So just do a quick body scan, starting from the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. And then I want you to scan down your body and the sides of your body. And I want you to become aware of where in your body you're holding the most fear. Now, if you can't get to fear, that's okay. Where in your body are you holding the most sensation? And once you've found that spot, for me today, it's the belly. A lot of times it's the belly. Once you hold that spot, or once you've found that spot, we're going to just place a hand over that spot. Breathe into it and get curious. That energy that's there, what are some of the qualities? Is it tight? Is it all over the place? Is it chaotic? Is it asking for more attention, like at questions from you? Is it heavy? Is it sharp? And then once you get a little bit more familiar with the quality of that emotion that you're holding, we're going to call it fear today because we are working with fear. But if it's something else, you can still use this video for that. So we're going to get curious. So what color is it? If it had a color, what color would it be? And then if there was a magical instrument that you could place right on that spot in your body, and it could hold a colored pencil, a pen, a magic marker, a paintbrush, how would it want to move? And then when that becomes clear, go ahead and begin moving with the color that's coming out. And if there's no color, that's okay too. Just begin moving with that sensation as if that particular part of your body could actually move a pen. And now we're just going to move it out. So just scribble like you're a little kid who's having a temper tantrum, scribble like you've never scribbled before. But pay attention to how that energy in your body wants to come out onto the page. Like right now, mine's very tight and curled up, kind of feels constricted. So I'm just doing a little tiny scribbles. And just continue to notice how that energy wants to come out, how it wants to move, if there's more colors coming in. Really just get curious and play. So I encourage you to scribble as much as it feels like that place needs to scribble. It might be for 30 seconds and it might be for 2 minutes. Really pay attention to what wants to happen next. What wants to happen next for me is some bigger blue, bigger movement, and blue wants to come in. So I'm just feeling into that energy still, and it wants to go big and it wants to go circular. Okay, work with this as long as you want. You may have 2 minutes in the middle of a lunch break, or you may have all afternoon, whatever feels right for you. But we're going to move on now to sort of the written part of it, because as we're moving this fear out, or whatever emotion you're feeling right now, we are bound to start communicating a little bit with that emotion. So ask the question, if my fear could speak, what would it tell me? If my fear could speak, how would it want to present? So a word may come in, several words may come in, you may find a whole download of stuff that wants to just come out. Remember, no editing, this does not have to be pretty. And really give your fear, or whatever emotion you're feeling and working with right now, a voice. Okay, so at any point you can be writing notes to yourself, just one word that might come out. I personally wrote, if my fear could speak, it would ask me to be quiet and not to do this, because I have a little bit of fear about, showing myself to the world. It also said it would tell me it's not safe. So those are some things I've written down. Take time with it. If you need to pause from here, please do so. But we are going to move on. We're going to move on to, if my fear could move, how would it move? So from this point, we're just going to get curious about how our body wants to move. We're going to do this obviously all on our own, in the safety of our own homes. If it doesn't feel safe, please don't do it. Do whatever feels safe. Use your body as a compass. But if my fear could move, how would it want to move? And just sort of pause this, go about how you would move your fear out. And it can be anything. It can be shaking, it can be dancing, it can be crawling. Just get curious and get creative. All right, and so the last thing we want to do is just, if there was anything you could say to your fear right now, what would you want to say? This is a big one, because at this point you may have uncovered a who knows what. And it could be that your fear is needing a little bit of attention from you. I know for me, my fear is always needing a little love, to be seen, to be heard. So that's basically what we'll do next. We'll go ahead and take a few minutes and talk to our fear, and let it know that we are here for it. That everything is safe, everything is protected. In this moment, things are okay. And if things aren't okay for you right now in this moment, just see if you can breathe and place a hand on your heart. All right. I mean, that's it. That is literally how easy it can be to creatively transform, to creatively move things out of your body. You do not have to be an artist, obviously. Um, so yeah, I hope this helped. If you would like to contact me just to talk about what we did here today, or if you want to chat about working together, this is what we do, only in larger scales. So, man, I hope this helps. I hope you're feeling a little bit better. It's always nice to sort of check into that space in your body and see, oh, yeah, some stuff did move. It feels a little less, for me, it's a little less tight and crunched up. So, yeah, just check in, see how you're doing. Maybe do another round. I don't know, just whatever works for you. But I'm so glad to have been here today with everyone. Um, yeah, this is this is a good thing. Thanks for joining me.